Well, we are back, huh? We're back at the 9 Club, everybody. Let me tell you something. Today, we got a special guest. Mr. Tony Ferguson is with us. How are you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for flying down from Vancouver, and it's like, man, just to do the show. Yeah. It's fucking. I mean, it's only what 2-3 hour flight.
It's quick.
Quick flight. Yeah.
2 hours.
What's going on up there in Vancouver? Everything good? Like last time I was up there, me and MJ went up there for Go Skate Day.
Yeah, that's
we
right.
did Ambleside.
Yeah.
Was doing a fundraiser to remodel, and they remodeled it.
Yeah.
You ever go over there? And
Yeah, actually, I do kind of. I
nice.
go there because it's close to where I live. I live on that side.
Okay.
So
It's a nice skate park, dude.
Yeah, it's
right
on
by the
beach,
water.
like,
And
yeah.
man.
it's nice.
Vancouver's a
Get up
nice city,
there.
man.
I've never been.
Yeah.
You've never been to Vancouver?
Never been to Vancouver.
Really?
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah,
It's
it's
when
really
it's
dope.
nice, it's nice.
Yeah.
A lot of the spots are gone though, right? Like all the OG spots are kind of done.
Yeah. It's weird. There's like new ones popping out of the OG spots though, like just skating it differently, and
Right.
Yeah.
they revamp some stuff, and now it's a spot again.
What was that one spot you guys always used to skate with the ledges, and then there was that little bump at the end on the sidewalk?
Yeah, that was a new spot. It was like a little plaza.
Right.
That just ledges everywhere. Like, yeah, that thing was crazy.
Dude, it looked fun.
In the middle. I mean, back then we had the whole city, like a run of it's like 10 blocks, like spots in every, it was good back in the day. Nothing capped, no security.
Right.
And then it just got blitzed.
Yeah.
Everyone going there, teams flying up to
Sure.
just kind of burned it.
The bump at the end, I always wonder, because it doesn't look much. It doesn't look like much.
It wasn't much.
It wasn't much.
It was like,
You weren't
is there
boosting
a
up
bump
it?
there?
Yeah. One of those things.
Kind of like
Yeah.
wishing a little bit.
Yeah, I noticed there was no trash can or anything. You
No,
just
it was
hit
like
that
a little angle,
little incline.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then there was that rail you can go over on the side. It was like a green
Yeah,
rail. There was
yeah.
like no run up for that too. It's like
Yeah,
super quick.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Well, you could go over one rail here and then on the side.
Oh, yeah,
There was
yeah.
a lot of stuff there.
Mm.
But it was just police, 15 minutes, run, cops.
so,
it was like that,
Right.
all day.
Love Park style.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys had the rail, that guy switch backside
Yeah.
tail slid.
Keenan Switch Krog.
Yeah, dude.
man.
Rick Howard back in the day did everything down it. I mean, yeah, and then when everyone came, got murdered, Costin and...
Yeah, because you grew up with Rick because you're from the East Coast of Canada.
Yeah, I grew up in Ottawa,
Which
was East Coast Canada, in between Toronto and Montreal.
Okay. Yeah, Wade DeSarmo.
Yeah, Wade's
Yeah,
from there.
Wade's
And
from there.
Spencer Hamilton.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
A lot of
That's
dope
awesome,
dudes come
man.
out of there, bro.
Yeah. And then, I moved to Vancouver later with my family when I was 15 or something.
Oh, okay. And you had already started skating at that point.
Mhm.
Okay. Because Ottawa, I mean, back then, cold city, snow. How did you even start skating?
Yeah, it was cold.
Yeah.
Sure. I started skating honestly, I think it was Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing that, and then I had never really seen a skateboard before.
Right.
And I was like, oh, my friend has one, or down the street. And we just, remember me and my brother stole it and didn't give it back, and we just started skating, sharing it every day.
You stole your first board.
Wow, we had to give it back. A couple months later, we had to give it back and get boards. Yeah.
But skate parks, indoor park, was there anything out there at that time? No. So
Zero.
you're just, even in the winter, garage, underground.
Yeah, that place it was crazy. We would skate in underground garages for the winter with exhaust, 6 levels down,
Yeah.
freezing.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was it. It was underground. And there was even there was good stuff that was covered by an overpass, but
Okay.
you're outside skating a handrail at
Third layers on.
minus
I
20.
know, right? Gloves, long johns.
Yeah, dedicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
When you moved to Vancouver, were you already getting good? Any sponsorship
was
thing?
good.
Oh, you were good. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was just getting sponsored.
Oh.
And I got sponsored by Tommy Guerrero. It's the first person who ever hooked me up. before Real started, I had met them, but we could get into that.
How did you even...
Through Powell?
I went to this skate camp in Boston. Like, my friend was going there, like, oh, you can just go skate there.
Oh.
And there's a bunch of pros there. Didn't really know anything. So I went with him.
Was it the Interskate?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, Roger's from Boston.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
That's right.
Huh.
Yeah, the roller skating
Yep.
rink. So we went, and I met Sal Barbier, Tommy Guerrero, and just like skated all week with them. And Sal was kind of like, oh, you should get like, I'll flow you some boards, because I wanted to be on H Street.
All right.
Actually, I already got some boards from like Eddie O'Gara and Carol I met before, but.
How are you getting... Because, I mean, Canada's a different beast, right? It's like, you know...
Yeah, they would just come up and do it.
No.
Back then,
no.
They'd come up and do a demo. They'd see you.
Oh.
I think that was like your only chance. Like,
Were they doing in the underground parking lot?
Yeah, it was cold, like
Right.
8 months of the year.
Okay, so you were getting boards from them already. H Street, you got a couple H Street boards.
I got a couple H Street boards,
Oh.
and then I met those guys in Boston, and I was like, yeah, I really wanted to get on H Street, but I kind of felt like there were, there's like 6,000 people on H Street flow. Like, I didn't know at that time.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then Tommy was like, oh, we could get you on Powell, and I was just kind of like, yeah, sure. Like, I didn't know.
Right.
But I went home, and like a month later, maybe, like that story, like Tommy Guerrero called my house. Hey, it's Tommy Guerrero. I was like, what? I don't even remember giving him my number. But he was like, we're starting this new company. It's called Real Skateboards.
Wow.
And it's like me and Jim Tebow and like these guys. Do you want to? I was like, yeah. Like, and he was like, what do you want? You want Indy, Spitfire? You want to be on those? Okay, send a package tomorrow. Like,
Wow.
get
Just laced up.
laced up right
Wow.
away.
No way.
And then, I was out there like so disconnected from like, they sent like a team list. I think I still have it. It's crazy. It was like Real Skateboards, like right when it was starting. And there was like people's names and their addresses handwritten and just photocopied.
Why would they send you that?
Just like, here are the guys on the team, get to know them. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So it was like,
Send him a letter.
Yeah.
you sent them a
Pen
letter.
pals, yeah. Real pen pals.
Postcard. Yeah.
It was, I think so. Yeah, it was Henry Sanchez, Solomon Aga, Tommy, Jim. Who else was on there? Like Tony Henry. Maybe Corey Chrysler. Like that was like the team.
Corey Chrysler was on there?
Yeah, Corey Chrysler.
Wow, no way.
Yeah. Maybe I'm missing someone, but that was like, so it was like a little thing, but I didn't know who any of those people were. Like at that point, I was probably like 14, 13. Yeah, so like I was like, Henry Sanchez, like who's
this guy? Right.
But then when I moved to Vancouver, I moved with my family to Vancouver, then like I met all these skaters and like everyone was sponsored.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was like Colin McKay, Sluggo, Moses, all those guys. They're already all sponsored.
Okay.
So like I didn't know anyone before that. That was like,
They were the same age as you, pretty much?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a couple of years difference here and there, like, but
Yeah.
and then Rick too, and Rick Howard.
I mean, I'm the same age as, Guy and all these dudes, and I used to look at them like they were way older than me.
And it's like 2 years.
Yeah.
like,
It's like a year, like they're like a year older,
Yeah.
But they're such these big, like, people.
Well, Rick was already like pro, I think, when I met him, but he was like always in California. He'd go to California, he'd come back to Vancouver for a bit,
Right.
see his mom, and like back and forth.
Okay.
And I met him then. But he was like pro on Blockhead already.
Gotcha.
Was there a certain spot you guys skated that you met everyone at, or it was like a skate park or something?
Yeah, it was that art gallery, that like the big art gallery in downtown Vancouver. They have just like curbs, like little ledges, small curbs. That was like the spot every day. Yeah.
So would you guys go all skate to get like Moses and all, like, was that like your clique?
Yeah. I mean, it was funny there. Like there was probably like 10 skaters in the whole city. Like that's what it felt like. And it was just those guys.
And they were
like,
all
there
pro.
They're all sponsored and pro. There wasn't like a lot of other crews. Like it was small. I'm sure there was, but
Right.
it was like pretty small. We had the run of like, start here and then you go down the hill to this spot and then you go there and you like, it was like a skate park.
Yeah, you had your path, right?
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. And then, so the Real thing was happening. You were sponsored by Real.
So I was sponsored by Real.
How was that going with you being up in Vancouver?
Well, Sluggo was there too, and he was on
Yeah,
Real.
Sluggo was on Real.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So eventually I went down SF and hung out and skated EMB and met everyone. And
was that a trip going down there?
Yeah.
You almost had a pass though. You were a Real.
I had a pass.
Yeah,
I had a pass.
You ride for Real.
I showed up at EMB with Tommy.
Oh, so you were,
and like skated the 7.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Like I don't know. I knew some of the kids that were on Real already, so it was.
Right.
I feel like I got a pass.
Yeah.
But I do remember I skated the 7. Like they took me down there. They were like, "You should 360 ollie it or something like that." I think Jim like pushed me, like do it. Like you got a good one. Go. And I
back 3 that thing.
And I back 3'd it like second try.
Seriously.
Wow. Damn.
But I think Chico had been trying it for like a couple weeks.
Who's this G-Dog?
Right? He might still be mad at me.
Holding a little bit of a grudge.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't like a vibe. Like it was, you're on Real. Like you were kind of a part of.
Yeah. And how were you supposed to know unless somebody told you?
Yeah,
it's
I didn't
2
know.
tries. Nobody has time to tell you.
No one told me.
Yeah.
But you have to know those things before you go to EMB.
I guess
you got to know what's.
It's funny though, like back then, like if just like someone did a trick, that trick was off limits.
Yeah.
Like, can't do it down there.
That was cool.
But Real only lasted like a couple years.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe a couple of years at the most.
Yeah. And then Plan B.
Yeah.
Rick Howard asked you.
Right.
How did that even come about? I mean, obviously you're filming, but
yeah.
Did you get on Plan B with like a sponsor tape or?
No, so I was in SF for the Back to the City contest. I forget which one.
I feel like a lot of shit happened during that Back to the City thing.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I was there and I was just skating, and everyone was like would come to EMB and just like sit down and watch. Like it was like everyone, Mike Trinaski, and I remember Guy and Tim Gavin were like sitting on the block, and I was skating like all day. Just like skating, they were like, "Hey, like, get on blind." Like they were like super cool, super nice. They're like, "Let's get on blind," and I was like, "What? Blind?" Like I didn't even get it.
Yeah,
And so I was talking to them. I was like, "Oh, maybe." And then Rick was there too, and I think like that night or the next day, Rick was like, "Just chill, don't do it. Just chill." And then I think within that, like a few days that week, like Rick called me. He's like, "I got Chernaski on the phone. Like, you should just ride for Plan B."
Wow, dude.
It was sick. It was wow. It was really sick.
And then, so did you have to call up like Tommy and Jim?
Yeah.
And tell them?
And I was like, yeah, you don't want to quit. Like that was hard.
And you're still a kid.
You
like
don't
that
really
shit.
know how to deal with it.
Right. Did
Yeah.
you deal with it decently?
I think so.
Yeah.
I can't even remember.
Okay.
I'm sure they weren't stoked. But,
but I mean,
I
Plan
hope
B,
not.
it's such a fucking opportunity.
Yeah, and it was like my friends. I knew these guys.
Totally.
And Plan B was popping off.
Popping.
I mean, yeah, that questionable video was like so,
Changed skateboarding.
Seriously.
it changed everything.
Crazy.
And they were like the best, everyone on there. It's like, so it was a little overwhelming, but at the same time, like I was like, yeah, like I was working in Vancouver.
Oh, like
basically.
like a job.
Well, I was in school, in high school, and I had like 2 jobs.
2 jobs.
Wow.
And
Because my parents were like, kind of fell on hard times. I was like helping out, and then I was like, I was working and skating, and they're like, come down and like you should get on, come back down here, and I was like, I can't really, And then Rick's like, no, we'll work it out. Like Mike, just call. Like Mike's gonna call you. Just tell him what you need, like how much money you need a month, and like
that's kind of a gnarly thing to tell somebody.
And just it'll work out. So like I was like, yeah, I need this much, and he was like, yeah, done, cool.
You're like,
I should ask for more.
I know, right?
It was crazy because I think at the time, like I don't think amateurs got paid. Like I think it was like what he said. It was like there's amateurs aren't getting paid.
Yeah.
So it was good. It was like really helped, and then it was like, oh, I can go down to California,
right?
And like film for this
jobs.
video.
I mean,
it was like dishwashing,
jobs.
and then another like stock
but still,
boy,
that's taking you away from
Yeah.
skating and
every day,
filming, and
Yeah.
you got the virtual reality is going to be coming out, right?
Yeah.
Like, did they even tell you guys? Like,
I mean, that's what they were like. We're filming a video. Like, you got to come down. They were already filming.
oh, they okay.
Like, I think I didn't have a ton of time. I remember.
Right?
I don't know how long that. It couldn't have been more than like 6 months, 8 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just look back, like by the time like I was on Plan B and Girl started, and like the virtual reality came out, then we started Girl in that video. That's like a year and a half. Like it felt like an eternity.
Totally.
But that was like a year or something.
It was fast.
Yeah.
So I don't think I was on that long. Like I went down a couple times and filmed, and then I filmed at home.
Okay.
And I was like I was like kind of like the last guy getting footage.
You had a great part, man. What is Souls of Mischief?
But it wasn't like, it wasn't long.
Yeah.
But that's good. I like short parts. Keep it short.
Short and sweet, dude.
Yeah.
No, that was a great part.
Were you filming with Rosenberg?
Yeah, when I was down. Oh. Yeah, or they come up a couple times.
Who was filming in Vancouver?
There was like guys that filmed. Like, so Jake filmed probably majority of it, and then there was like this other guy, like Jeff Moore, I think. He doesn't film anymore, but he was like always filming Colin and those guys.
Jody Morris, did he film at all? Or was he just taking photos?
He might have filmed, but he was taking photos. Yeah. I don't remember him filming.
Did you feel a lot of pressure coming in to film for that video?
I think it was more fun. Like, it wasn't like pressure. You're like 16 or 17. It wasn't like, but it was fun. But yeah, it was, hearing like the things they were doing, because Mike was really good at like hyping, like these guys are doing this and that. And I remember them like getting, like, oh, they're doubling their paychecks to do the sports arena. Like, like really pushing like, if you do this,
incentivized and everything.
No way. And you're like, well, I
there was some
pressure. Back nose, I kickflip front nose slid down the hubba.
That was on my own, but the pressure was good though.
Yeah,
it works.
Yeah.
It like puts you, like it definitely works.
It's fun, but at the same time, like you want to keep. Like, these are gnarly dudes.
Yeah.
Like you want to kind of keep up, and I bring up the kick flip front nose because I love that. I always associate that little hubba with you.
Really?
Yeah.
I associate you with kick front nose to fakie, like regardless.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like
that's true.
That's your thing.
Yeah. I love
and
that.
backside flips, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Virtual reality comes out, and not soon after, Girl.
Right.
Was that like? Did Rick tell you what was going on? Because I think a lot of people were in the dark. Like nobody.
No, I knew everything
did you?
because I was staying with Rick.
Oh.
So I was staying with Rick and Megan.
Okay.
And like when I come down to film for Plan B, it was like I was staying with Rick.
Right.
So they were talking about like, oh, we should do something. Like, yeah, I was like privy to the whole thing. Like,
okay.
I knew everything that was happening.
Were you wondering if you were gonna like?
No, I think he was just like including me,
okay.
which was awesome.
Right.
It was like, it was, I guess. I think it was just right place at the right time, basically, like
damn,
staying at Rick's house and he's starting a new company.
Were you on board or were you kind of skeptical?
No, for sure. I was on board.
Yeah.
Because like Rick is the one who put me on. Rick hooked me up. So like, of course, like I didn't know them as well as I knew Rick.
Sure.
Like Ternasky. And
sure.
So yeah.
Even after he told you the name, you were still.
Yeah. I remember sitting around trying to come up with names and like how to do, like what the name's going to be. And like that whole process.
Yeah.
Which is like, you learn a lot from that too.
Yeah.
And how, starting brands and like.
the name's important, dude.
The name is like everything almost.
You know?
But then you make it what it is. Like, Girl
totally.
is.
Yeah.
You don't even second think it right now. But when it first came out, I think people were like, Girl?
Yeah.
This is weird.
Yeah.
Team is just insane, but
it doesn't.
crazy.
It almost doesn't matter what the name is.
Yeah.
You just make it.
And then so right away, they're like, so the switch over, did you have to call Ternasky or did you have to?
I don't think I even, because it was crazy. I don't know if you remember, like we went on a tour, like a Plan B tour, but it was actually
all
like,
wearing girl shirts.
It was already like changing over to like.
But they didn't even know though.
They didn't.
You were all wearing girl shirts.
Yeah, and that's how we were gonna launch it, like on the road, showing up at a demo wearing girl shirts.
Like we're the girl team, not the Plan B team now.
Yeah.
Did they say anything now? Were they like, what the fuck?
I think
is
it was
this?
a pretty like, it's just like everyone's gone. There was no like phone calls. It was just like,
wow,
they're gone. Like they heard it like through the phone. These guys are like,
they have the van and they're just out.
Right. Yeah.
Crazy.
But I remember showing up to World because I flew in that day to go on that tour.
Okay.
And everyone was like just getting shit, like packing boxes. This is like the last box you're ever going to pack, at World.
Right.
So like I showed up late and
Javante
I was
already
like,
cleaned the warehouse out.
dude, I swear, like I was I was like, I'm going to get a box. They're like, your box is already in the van. Like Tony Ferguson on it. Like, Javante packed it.
No way.
And then there was another one, Tony Ferguson over here. I was like, no, I need my own box.
Wow.
Those like wide, those big like 10 board.
Ooh, they were big boxes back
They're
then.
big boxes.
Yeah.
You could pack a lot of stuff in there.
Were you guys just like not happy with what was going on back then, or you guys just let's just start something new?
I think they were. You know, I wasn't like. I think Rick and Mike were like, yeah, they wanted to change. They wanted to do their own thing.
Right.
I don't know if it was like so much It's probably, you know, he wanted to do his own thing.
Yeah.
It's funny, Rick, like I know his mom like pretty well, and like he dropped out of school in 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I'm going to move to California, be a pro skater, start my own company.
Oh, he said
Like,
that in
like
9th grade.
9th grade. And she's like, okay, do it.
Yeah.
So like, I think like he always wanted to
Yeah.
do that. I don't know if they're that unhappy, or I think they, you know, it was a natural thing for them to do.
I think that is the natural. A lot of pros want to
I
branch
mean,
off on their own.
Yeah,
you know,
you're not on board with every single thing. You want to do it your own way. And
Sure.
It's like organically happens. Like,
Plus,
but I didn't care. Like I was just like, I'm going with you guys.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't like unhappy. I was there for like, 6 or 8 months maybe.
I know that is quick. And plus, I mean, Megan and Spike, and I mean, it's a good crew to branch off and do your own thing with.
Yeah, there was no like worries. Like
yeah,
no.
huh?
Megan had all the relationships and the business experience, and then Spike, and it was pretty epic. Yeah.
Perfect storm, right?
Perfect storm.
Yeah.
All those skaters, like
Dude, I remember the first 411 commercial. I think it was Eric doing a line through the courthouse, and the names were popping up, and I was just like blown away. I was like,
was
dude,
it a 411 commercial?
I think it was.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember if it was 4. Kelly, you don't. Maybe it was
No,
before
it
your
was
411
probably
time.
number one.
Before me.
Yeah, no,
before
as soon as
my
the
time.
logo pops up, I got to go back and find that fucking line. But I was blown away because I grew up in Santa Monica,
Yeah, the
World,
courthouse,
World Blind, all this shit was my shit.
Yeah.
And then here's this new thing. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
This is now my new shit.
I got some new boards to buy off those guys.
Seriously. Oh yeah, new boards. And then so Goldfish right away, right?
Right away.
Start working on it.
Yeah. That's what I
Crazy.
mean. I think like the virtual reality was done and we left, and then it was like start filming. And that whole thing was like a year.
Weren't you guys bummed on like filming all the time too for Plan B?
I think they were burnt out, but then, you know, we wanted to do our own video, but like I think the way Rick wanted to do it was more like
Fun.
obviously like
Yeah.
fun, like the PAL videos, like really inspired by that.
Yeah.
That's why like Lance
The whole
was
animal
in,
chin
yeah,
stuff
and
and all
like,
that, yeah.
like more fun video than like bangers, you know,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
But then it just turned into like you're filming a girl video.
Yeah.
That
You wanna
have
outdo
some
yourself.
bangers in there.
Yeah.
What year was it? 93 Goldfish?
93 Infinity.
93? And then Mouse was a
No, I
couple
think
years.
it might have been 94. We started
94.
in 93 and it came out in 94.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you quit 90. And then
93 we quit.
And then Mouse came out shortly at. What year was Mouse?
96, I think.
95 maybe?
95, 96.
95. This is all so fucking quick, dude. Plan B, video
Yeah,
part,
yeah, maybe.
Goldfish, Mouse. You were working. It's a long.
But that time feels like, oh, that was like 5-10 years. That
Sure.
was like, you know.
Right.
Well, when you go from like Goldfish to Mouse, I feel like skateboarding, like the level of skateboarding went huge from right then to right. I don't know, Costin's part in that.
Yeah.
God, Mouse.
Yeah, Mouse was insane. Guy.
How
That
did
was
you choose your
incredible.
song for Mouse?
Yeah, I chose every song and every skate video.
Oh, you did?
Until
sick.
like Ty.
Oh,
until it was like it's a montage. We're getting this
Right,
song.
right.
But we always chose every.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plan B, Souls of Mischief.
Yeah.
What was Goldfish?
Goldfish for me was like the
Was it the
Group Home.
Group Home, yeah,
Group
the
Home.
so-called Friends one.
yeah.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
funny,
Yeah.
like it was like on a 5th generation tape. Like
Oh yeah, was it? Yeah.
yeah, Mesa,
oh, yeah,
Mesa was
didn't Mesa
talking
talk-
about that in
Yeah.
some interview recently.
Oh,
but,
really? Oh.
but I was like, I want this song. They're like, the quality sucks. You can't use it. I'm like, I want that sound.
Right. Oh, you did. Yeah.
Because
Right.
it wasn't out yet. It was like a bootleg. So it was like,
Hey, he talked about it on the show.
yeah, he talked
That's-
about
did he really?
on
Yeah,
this
it was
show?
on
Did
this.
he?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then what did you use for mouse?
Oh yeah, mouse was this like, yeah, it was like a original like song, like original like breakbeat. Like I forget the name of the artist, but yeah.
Yeah,
it had been sampled. It was like old 70s soul.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I forget who it was.
And then but when you're filming Plan B and all this stuff, you're still AM, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Girl, when did you turn pro for Girl?
I was still AM on Girl for like a couple of years. Maybe I turned pro at one of those Slam City, like when the first one.
Okay.
Maybe it was 95.
Did Rick?
No,
were you
no
hounding?
like,
were you hounding
no
Rick?
Like, hey, surprise board. I was hounding him. I was like, "Where's my?" No.
Yeah. Come
Where's
on,
my girl
Rick,
logo?
man. Yeah.
Was popping bottles in the club.
You sure? Right. Right.
pro.
Sparklers.
Yeah, sparklers.
Yeah.
No, it was just, yeah. He's like, "You're gonna go pro. You're gonna get a board. Like, what do you want for your graphics? Like, bring something in, you know, because we were involved in everything, like the editing, because I mean, we weren't editing, but we'd sit with Mesa and like, you know, like be involved in that, the song, like the boards for a long time. That's why there's so many shitty graphics. I'd bring in like a book, like, I like this one, like,
Well, everybody had the classic Girl OG for the first board, right?
I wasn't in that, and then I like later. Yeah, I had a couple like wacky.
Oh, really?
Wacky graphics.
Wait, so you didn't get one of the OG?
No, because that's when it started, and I wasn't pro. I was still AM. I think me and Jerron were AM still.
So you never had an OG?
No. Well, maybe like
Eventually,
a re-release,
maybe
like when they did like
a
anniversary. But I wasn't part of the original ones.
Yeah.
Wait, Jerron was AM too. Who turned pro first? You or Jerron?
Maybe together.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe I think together.
Together, huh?
Because we were like the only AMs for a minute.
The Dubs.
Debs.
Well, man, they're going to turn pro, man.
Has he done one of these?
Yeah.
Jerron's
a man, dude.
Jerron's a man.
So you turn, and then Slam City turned pro, and then
were you just like I'm sorry, Chris.
No, go ahead.
Were you living in Vancouver still, or did you move to LA at that point?
I was living in LA because I was living with Eric. I was living with Eric Costin. Like Tim and Eric lived together.
Yeah.
Remember that apartment?
Near the Ralphs or something?
Yeah, by right Sunset and Alta Vista.
Okay.
Right by Ralph's,
Yeah.
And Tim lived there with him, and then Tim was moving out to move in with his girlfriend, and I moved in with Eric. Oh. But that was like the crash pad.
That was how, yeah.
Dude, what was it like back then skating with him? Like, you just go out and just hear the crazy shit that Eric did pretty much every day?
I mean, we were just all together. That's what was crazy. Like, we skated together, like, every day, all day, like the whole team. Like, didn't matter, like, oh, he's got that spot. We like all skated the same spot. That's why the videos kind of look like we're all skating like Cal together, State, or we're all kind of, we just skated together. Yeah,
the Cal State with the 3 up and then the ledge 3 down.
Yeah.
I never went there. I always wanted to go there.
It's still there.
Is it still there?
It's like really shitty ground. It's like rooftop, like that gritty, like soft ground. But you can still skate it, but your board just gets chomped.
Damn.
Yeah.
When you came down to LA, whatever, did you guys get a work visa or anything like that? Or
yeah, I did. I had to. Rick and Megan had to get like a lawyer, and I got a P1, like a sports visa.
Yeah.
Huh.
And that took some time to get.
How was that?
They had the lawyers that get like the hockey players like sports visas.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called a P1. So I had to do that.
How many years did you get?
I think it was maybe 3 or 4 years, but they kind of just renew if you have like any like editorial out about you. If you like, they just renew. And it renewed for like a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you kind of would just send them stuff to update it?
Yeah, the lawyer would just update it. And like, oh, you have new stuff? Like, send me the press, like, or whatever, like, press.
Right,
doing like a back tail.
So that went through, so you moved in with Costin.
It was funny because Tim moved out.
Yeah.
And he moved up the street to just off Hollywood. So I helped Tim move. This is crazy. Like, we were helping Tim move into his new apartment, and like holding the doors, the elevators. Like, it was just, when people are moving.
Sure, yeah.
And like, I'm helping him move it, like a plant or something. And like, Tim's like, "Hey, buddy, hold the door of the elevator." And like, we run into the elevator, and like this plant's like hitting this dude in the face, and Tim's like, "Hey bud, how's it going?" Like just talking to everyone.
Yeah.
And I look over, it's Tupac.
What?
That's
And
rad.
Tupac lived in Tim's building at that time. It was crazy. So we would see him all the time.
Really?
Yeah. It was pretty funny.
Did he say, "Get that plant out of
I
my
don't think
face"?
he was like, I don't think he was like that psyched on us.
No way. That's
And then like
crazy.
he parked next to Gavin. So his parking stall was next to Gavin. He'd have like brand new Lexus, like skid, like the thing was just wrecked, like windows open, CDs in the car, like Impala the next week, like wrecked. There would all be like scratch from like coming in, like.
Did you guys know? Did you guys? I mean, right away, did you know? Like,
Yeah,
dude,
I
this
knew
fucking
right away. I
Right
don't know
away.
if Tim knew.
Oh no, Tim.
Like till after, but Tim
Right.
was like talking him up, like
Yeah.
talking to him.
Tim's good at that stuff.
that must have been a funny conversation.
I would love to
was just
see.
like, that's Tupac.
Yeah.
He just got out. Like he's on death row. This is, yeah. And then he'd see us all the time skating out front, and
Wow.
like people waiting for seeing like Suge there one time.
No, seriously.
What, dude?
Yeah, it was just off Hollywood. I think Gardner, and you know those like new apartments
Sure.
at that time.
I can imagine Tim and Tupac just having it.
I mean, I'm
Tim's
sure
such
Tim
a-
has stories about it.
Yeah. I don't think he
If you
talked about
remember.
that
He
on
never
the
said
show.
that.
He never said anything on the show.
I never heard
Yeah.
that before. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It was funny.
Tupac. That's amazing.
At that time too, like
Yeah.
Sure.
that was like I think he had just got out of jail and gone on death row, and it was like he was living down the hall from Tim.
That's
I mean, they were nice
amazing.
apartments.
Sure.
They were
Right.
That's funny.
Damn, dude. And then so we turned pro. What was it between Goldfish and Mouse? Did you turn pro?
Yeah, I think
something
so.
like that.
Yeah,
Huh.
95. They had that first Slam City Jam. I don't know when that was, and like I was going pro, and they're like, "You should skate in the contest." I was like, "What?" Like.
Were you contest
Not,
dude?
no, not at all. I was like, I'm not down for, but I like rolled around. And
Okay. You didn't enter.
I did
Oh,
enter.
you did.
Yeah, but it was terrible.
No,
I think I did like a kickflip tail slide and then nothing else. It was
Yeah.
like one.
It was your hometown, though, right?
Yeah,
Or not
it was
hometown,
fun.
but you did.
Yeah, no, it was my home. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, contest though, man.
Well, that one was weird. It was on like a wood deck. The first one.
They built like a floor for it.
There wasn't a floor. It was like a deck, and you're like skating on.
Really?
So the first one was like that. It was weird.
Who won that one?
I don't know.
Remember?
There's always good footage, though. There's lots of good skating,
Yeah.
but I don't remember.
I
who
don't
won.
remember who won that either.
What was like your most memorable, like on girl? Because a girl, it went, Goldfish. A little after, yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
You like retired a couple years later.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, right. You had some fucking really good stuff.
Yeah,
like
me
I was
too.
kind of surprised that you did.
Camelback tail, the fucking gap tail edge.
Oh, beneficial.
Yeah.
That people know as
Yeah.
Jaquan.
Jaquan now.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing is no joke, dude.
No joke.
That thing is
Yeah.
fucking scary to fucking skate.
Yeah, that was probably my best move.
Switch flip, switch manual right there.
I know.
Yeah.
But no, but seriously though, I was kind of like surprised that you kind of did you like actually
They didn't milk
quit?
it.
I mean, it was at the time. It was like there were new people getting on girl, and like that's
Jeremy Rogers
Rick, and them were like, and P-Rod and them were like, oh, we need like new blood coming, like it's changing. They were just always talking about it, and I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do. I was like, what the
But why? You were still kind of
I don't know.
killing
It was
though.
pretty early.
Yeah.
It was pretty early, and I had like this opportunity to do something like. So I was like, okay, I guess like, just go do that.
Oh,
And, like,
was that alife?
yeah, kind of. We started this like little distribution company,
Oh yeah, okay.
and like I was like, it was like my thing to go get like brands, relevant brands. And
Okay.
like alife was something I saw in New York. I was like, oh, this is cool.
Right.
Let's get that, and it kind of turned into getting more involved with it. But yeah, that was like I could go do this, I guess.
Huh.
But I kind of felt at the same time like I could skate for you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I guess
yeah.
I don't know. It just seemed like
So is it kind of like a mutual thing?
yeah, it was
Like-
mutual. Like,
Okay.
I feel like yeah,
Yeah.
it was mutual because there was like
Because Rick
pressure
would
to
never
be
kick
like,
you. Kick any.
No,
he
it
doesn't
wasn't,
kick
like, kicked
anybody
off,
off.
but it was like-
you know?
I'm sure I could have hung on
Sure.
and been like I'm gonna like get more footage and
Yeah.
but
I
I
can do
was
this,
like trying to
guys.
figure out like what to do. And that was a big thing. It was probably like, you know, you're in your late 20s.
I was going to say, yeah, late 20s.
And you're like, what am I going to do? Like,
right.
Like you have zero job skills at that point. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, most skaters, yeah.
But you've made a lot of connections throughout the years.
It's true.
Which is...
Yeah, I mean, that's what it all comes down to.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's like your experience traveling the world, like all these people you meet, like I didn't realize it at the time, but that's kind of what it is.
It's absolutely.
It's like everything. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of great times on Girl for sure.
Like, for sure.
Like traveling, like, I mean, we went everywhere. Like even those first couple of years, we were like, just like, that's why it's felt busy, you know, like from Plan B to Girl to like, you're going to Japan, you're going to Europe, you're going to Australia, like all in like 6 months you're going all, you know, so it was busy.
Well, because everybody wanted Girl in their country and in their city, you know, so the distributors would just, I mean, like, let's do this.
We did the first ever Girl trip was like insane, like first European trip.
Okay.
So everyone on Girl, like 10 people, but not Rick. What? And no team manager. No team. Send us over there. Imagine.
It's good luck.
Like everyone's like 17, like 18, 20 maybe.
Wait, was Chocolate around then at that point? Oh, so it's just Girl.
This was just Girl.
Oh, okay.
And they send us there. And
but I'm sure
the distributors got to deal with you.
I was going to say,
dealing with yeah. So, but we were like little shits.
Right.
Like we get there. I think we got to France, somewhere in France, and they were like, oh, here's your hotel. So they checked us into the hotel. And like, we're all going to our rooms, and we're like, hey, like, there's a guy in my room. Like, everyone's like tripping. Like, there's a guy in my room. Like, where's the bathroom? Like, we just didn't know what was.
It's a youth hostel?
It's a hostel. Oh. We're like, no, dude, we're not staying here. Like, fuck that. Like, and then the guy's just like, no, like, this is your hotel. See you later. See you tomorrow for the demo. And like Sheffy was like, no. He was just like I remember him being like, he's like, no hotel, no skatey. Get us a hotel. And like next thing you know, we're like staying at like the Ritz.
Oh,
like
seriously?
Like some crazy like old castle. It was crazy. Like
I mean, if Sheffy...
Yeah, Sheffy was like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Wow.
So we got to like the nicer hotel, and yeah, we were like little pricks. Like everyone had like $1,000 phone bill from the hotel, just calling the phone home.
States,
got a girlfriend, like calling back. Like it was a mess. Like no team manager, no nothing.
Was it? I mean, were they pissed or were they at the end of the day?
So yeah, this whole thing, it was a crazy trip. So then we went to Belgium. Okay. And we were like staying. We're supposed to do a demo in Belgium, and like we were over it. We were like over these guys. We're like, why do we have to, like, we're not getting like the hotels we want. And we're like bitching, and then
you guys should have booked your hotels yourself.
Yeah, and then Eric was like, hey, we should go to, or like I think someone was like, we should go to Amsterdam. It's like really close to here. Like everyone wanted to go to Amsterdam.
Right.
And Eric was like, I think I know how to get there. Pretty sure I know how to get there. You know how he's like,
you're gonna follow,
like
you guys built-in GPS.
He's built-in GPS, like crazy. Like he's in Europe. He's like, I'll drive the van. I know how to get there. You just go. So like he drove. We didn't tell them. We skipped the demo.
Took their van,
drove to Amsterdam.
No way.
And then we get to Amsterdam. We're like trying to find a hotel. We like find a hotel, park the van, go in for the night, whatever. Come out in the morning, van's gone.
Oh, shit.
Like, not our van. We're like, oh, van's gone. Oh, well. You know, like, such little pricks. Van's gone. Like, and then we had to call the distributor. And we were like,
where the fuck are you?
Where the fuck are you guys? Like, you didn't do Belgium. You didn't do this. So we let, like, Sean talk to him. We let,
of course.
You know, Sean's talking to him. He's like... And then he's like telling him all this stuff. Yeah, now we're in Amsterdam, and the guy's just so pissed.
I bet.
And then at the end we're like, oh yeah, tell him about the van. And he's like, yeah, and the van's gone. They were so mad. They were like, you guys are never coming back to Europe. Like, we have better skaters than you in Europe. Like, you won't come back here again.
Did you ever figure out what happened to the van?
Yeah, so I guess the van got towed.
Oh, okay.
But like, we're in like a foreign country. Like, how do we look into that?
Yeah.
Van was just gone, and then we ended up chilling for like 2 or 3 days
in
Amsterdam on our own, and flew back.
Best
and I don't even know how like we got I think Eric told me like he put the he put the room on his card or something. Like, I don't even know how we were paying for all that at that point.
Crazy.
Like all the rooms, like I don't know how we
phone
did that.
bills again, probably.
Phone bills again.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you guys took the van, because this is no cell phones, I mean,
No.
you guys were just gone. The distributor was probably like, our van's gone.
Yeah.
These dudes are gone.
Yeah. Who are these guys?
Yeah.
I'm sure like, yeah, Rick wasn't happy. Rick and Megan.
Dude, if you have Sheffy though, dude, everything's gonna be
Yeah.
okay.
I know. He was amazing back
Everybody's
then.
gonna listen to him.
Yeah.
Gonna do whatever the fuck you want. Well, let's go back to the when you got out of Girl and the alife stuff.
Okay.
How was that all? What was your role over there? Because you said you were doing the distribute, or what was it? Kind of a distribution type
Finding
thing.
brands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started this distribution to just bring in some brands that were like missing in the market. And
Okay. Is this for Canada
for Canada at the
Gotcha.
time. But that was like short lived. Like we basically brought in alife shoes.
Okay.
They were doing like a little collection of shoes,
Mm-hmm.
and it like killed it. It like sold out, and we were like talking to those guys, and they were like having issues with like we can't make this stuff, we can't hit the minimums, we don't know how to manufacture. Like we need help. We need
Right.
help. Like so, we were like, all right, we'll partner with you, but we'll like take the license for the shoes. We'll take the global license and give you guys a royalty on it.
Oh, interesting.
So, and then it ended up being like I took it to a friend of mine in Japan, Charlie, who used to be our Charlie Trading.
Yep.
He was our distributor for Girl for years. Like he would fly us all over there, and I knew him for years.
Sure.
So I took it to him, and he was like super interested. He's like, me and you do it, and we'll get the global license. And he had factory connections, but he was in Japan. Like he had like these connections and stuff, but he was just basically like, you go do it.
Okay.
I had like zero experience.
No experience.
Like we need a whole new collection for next month. Like you go design it, you go develop it, and go to Korea and do it.
Oh wow.
And like run the company. Like, you know, like but he's in Japan. So it's like, I basically like had no experience like skating.
You had to learn on the fly.
Super, like just thrown into it and just like figure it out. So that, I mean, it was
But
cool.
alife already had a little bit of
yeah, they were killing it. Like they were a brand.
Yeah.
They had a store in New York. They were already like selling wholesale, but this was just the shoes. So the clothing would be separate and the shoes. So yeah, they didn't have the, relationships to kind of like manufacture it properly, and
they were kind of doing
get
it on the fly as well.
Yeah,
a
sure.
little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're artists. They're like really good artists.
Right.
And they weren't probably like, they didn't have a lot of experience in the back end of things.
Sure.
So yeah, I just got kind of thrown into it, and it was crazy. I mean, it was a good experience.
I was going to say, what a better way to learn than
Yeah.
just diving
And then you
in.
learn like all aspects of the business too. It was like dealing with distributors and like, old friends from skating and hooking things up, and
Wow.
and like the creative side, and then being so it was cool.
And then you'd have to go to the factories and
Yeah.
check those out. And
Yeah.
like, what was it like if Charlie wanted like a line of shoes, like how many are we talking about? Like,
Well, it got big. Like we were doing it was like popped off. Like it was like first like 10, and then it was like, it'd be like 60 SKUs, and like,
Wow.
Like it was big.
Fuck, it's a lot
It
of
was
shoes.
big.
like 60, like
60 different colorways
Styles.
for that season, and like shipping like 6 times a year. It got big. It
And
was
you were
cool.
designing the shoes?
Well, it was supposed to be like the guys in New York would have the creative control,
Okay.
but then it was like kind of a, both of us were doing it, and like to get it on time, we're gonna have to like go, and so I learned how to do that. I learned how to like develop them, how to make them, get them on time, ship product. Like it was like the whole thing.
So you're doing like Illustrator, and shit like
for me,
that?
I wasn't really doing Illustrator.
No.
Like I'm not like a graphic designer.
Okay.
I'm more like conceptual. Like, get someone to do, like, let's do this.
Like,
let's do
this is
that.
put this
Yeah.
piece here. We could
Yeah.
do. Okay.
But I never really learned like
No?
Illustrator and stuff. Kind of wish I did. I mean, I can play around with it.
Sure,
but
sure.
I'm not like,
Because you could go
sitting
deep
there.
into that Illustrator shit.
yeah. But it was a good experience.
Yeah.
To just like learn that industry.
Right.
And it was exciting to like, and other things came from that, and it was like helping other brands, and like when I was in Korea, because I had this I had this contact in Korea, so we were like, I would bring friends' brands there and actually helped Kanye with that pastel line.
Oh,
help
really?
develop it and do it there. Never came out, but
No. Huh. How'd you hook up with what was it?
yeah, a friend of this guy I know in Canada.
Huh.
Matt George was like he was running that at the time, and he's like actually back at Yeezy again, but he was like, oh, we need a factory, we need to make these shoes, and like I was there, so I was like helping them do it, and that was cool to see that like creative process too.
Yeah.
You know, you like learn more, and
Right.
and yeah, it was cool, and then consulted for other companies doing the same thing. But,
What Alife's still around, but they
Still
don't do
around.
shoes. They just are their,
Yeah.
clothing and accessories, apparel shit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
What happened with the shoe thing? Was it just too difficult or?
Well, it was me and Charlie doing it,
Yeah.
and it was just getting more difficult. Like those guys there's a lot of moving parts.
I could imagine.
In New York, they were like being acquired by like, different investors were coming on and all these things. And so we were like a separate company, and it was just getting hard to deal with them. And we're just like I was like, I'm going to go do something else.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, you can't do it anymore.
I was just like, it's time for me to like try something else.
Right.
So, but I was working with this guy in China. He's from Taiwan. He's just this like shoe like guru. He just like makes like these amazing shoes, handmade everything.
Oh, wow.
He did all like the Visvim shoes, that brand. They're like beautiful project. Visvim.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's just like this guru of like shoemaking. He just taught me a lot, and I was like working with him on like these alife boots, and we were making like these $600-700 boots. They were like beautiful. At the time, it was like a lot.
Sure.
But then I was like kind of like, as like a passion project, like I want to do like old skate shoes and like stuff I used to like and try it, So I just started like, that's how kind of Rone started, like just
right,
kind of like a little side project.
Kind of organic.
For sure. Yeah. Like let's try this and see how this looks, and like an old Airwalk, like love these, but let's make them like wearable now. Like
That's
make them more
amazing.
elevated and like nice materials.
How
So that's
long did it take to like actually make it a company? Because you're just trying to do. Did you realize was it right away? You had the name and every.
No, not right away.
No.
Probably like a year playing around with it, and then it was like, I could launch it. I know these guys have a store. We could do this, and so we kind of made like two. It was like two styles, like super small.
Oh.
But I guess it was a brand. You know, and it was like the launch of it.
Okay.
But then it would just be like, there's no like. Even now, it's like I'm just kind of doing it my way. There's no like set, like I'm not going by seasons and like, it's just like at my own pace.
Yeah.
Like when I have a shoe that I want to, when I have an idea, it's like, that's when it's going to come out right now.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Kind of. Like,
okay.
It's just like, yeah.
And then Rone, was that just, because I know that was your nickname forever. Even in the virtual reality.
It was kind of, it was like a nickname growing up, and then that thing in virtual reality kind of was just like it's so hard to name a brand nowadays, trademark. It's almost impossible.
Seriously.
I did not want that, but someone was like, it makes sense, and it's like it's like your name, there's a story there. Like if you look at all these like fashion houses, like that's someone's name, and that's been around for 100 years. So I was like I didn't like it, but I was like, sure. Like,
well, you got Huff too.
Yeah, I mean,
Huff was
totally.
the same thing.
And that, it makes sense. I remember looking at that too. I mean, like, it makes sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
A little weird at first,
hard,
but then it becomes normal
right
after a while. Rone.
Last name would be more difficult. I feel like,
Ferguson.
It's so cocky, like.
Sorry.
But it works.
It works.
Yeah.
And plus, it's not like it's a nickname almost.
Right.
It's not like Tony Ferguson shoes.
Right. And it was like associated with those Plan B videos.
Yeah.
That was funny back, like, when that came out, because I remember, like, Ternowski was like, because I actually didn't see any of that footage for Plan B.
Oh, no.
No, and, like, I went down for the premiere, and he was like, I have a surprise for you. And I was just kind of like, what? And, like, it opened up, like, that clip of me rapping. I was like, huh? Like, what? I don't even remember doing that. I think it was, like, a snippet, like, playing around, like, and it was, like, on like the big screen, I was like so bummed. Like terrible. And then I remember going on tour and everyone was like rapping it. Like,
they loved it, yeah.
Yeah, everyone was rapping it.
That's so
I was
sick.
like, oh my God.
That's funny, dude. You don't remember if it was after like you landed a clip, you got a trick, or
It was at that, I noticed it was at that kickflip no slide place.
yes, Little Hubba.
But it could have been just there's probably so much of that footage of just fucking around.
Who were the other dudes that were there?
It was Colin.
Okay,
And another friend of ours, Derek, but that was Jake filming. So he was probably do that again or something. I don't even remember him filming though. Like, I mean, it worked out, but
It's a memorable clip.
yeah.
Yeah, just don't do anything in front of the camera.
Yeah.
that you don't want that. Yeah. So so Rone, now you do a lot of everything's handmade.
Yeah.
Right? Handmade, Italian. Is it
Yeah.
made in Italy, everything?
Yeah, now it's made in Italy. So it's all
before
like,
you were doing it in Japan?
Yeah, we were like taking Italian leathers and shipping them over to Asia.
Gotcha.
But yeah, now it's like made in Italy. It's like, hand cut, hand lasted. Like it's beautiful. Like working over there is amazing.
How do we even find these artisans over there?
Yeah,
like, is it just word of mouth, or
No,
I mean, they're
it's just
not.
like
Did
friends.
you Google them?
No.
No.
There's like
Alibaba.
Yeah.
even the guy I told you about, like that I met, like there's like a handful of these kind of people in the
Yeah,
world.
right.
Like it's not like
And how do you even get them to do your
right.
take
that's
your
a whole other
business?
thing.
Money.
Like this.
Sure, I mean,
No,
still
no.
though, it's like
and like this guy I started with, this guy Rock. He's like very picky. He's like only does 2 brands, and he's like, you have to come to him with the story. Like he's not like a typical factory guy. He'll be like, what's the story? What's the plan? Like, I don't know if I want to get involved in this.
Yeah.
Like that's how they are.
Yeah.
Even in Italy, they're like, what's the play here? Like, what do you want to do? And they're not just like taking the money. It's a different, they're very invested in it.
yes.
So it's cool.
And
But
the process is amazing. You have some videos on your web that guy's sitting there.
yeah, those
doing
were like the first
stitching.
ones, like hand sewing, like the sole on, like hand cutting, like instead of using like machines to press it.
When you do a run of shoes, how many are you making?
Not a lot. It's like limited quantities.
Yeah.
First it was like 100 of each one, and
Yeah.
it depends on
Per size though? I mean, each
no,
si-
like of that style, that color.
okay.
Damn.
Because it's really like there's like a few stores, but it's really online business right
Yeah.
now. So I mean, selling 100 online it's good.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
Right.
it's not
and that
bad.
100 takes a long time to make.
it takes
Right?
longer to make too.
Yeah.
It takes a lot longer to make.
Now it's interesting because like you're getting something done in China, right? You have like a little tech pack and you send it to them and
Right.
they give you a sample and stuff.
Then you go back
Totally
and forth.
There's a
different
process.
process. Totally
I was going to
different
say,
process.
how is it
Totally.
working with an artisan and have, I
Totally
mean, can you even tell them like, hey man, like that stitching, I want it.
Yeah,
Like, how do you
It's
even-
all like that's why you have to be there. It's all like hands on.
Right.
It's like bring an old shoe. I want it to look like this, but this kind of shape and this last, but like put a different sole on it. That's all just working. The tech packs don't really work.
They don't, yeah, they're not.
I mean, they could look at it and be like, "That's wrong," because
Right.
most tech
Yeah,
packs
yeah,
aren't
yeah.
even really
Yeah.
right. It's from
Yeah.
a guy who's doing a graphic design on his computer and might not know how to make a shoe. So
Yeah.
like, it's
How
it's
put
usually
together,
off.
yeah. Right. Right.
So you kind of have to just develop it anyway.
Okay.
So that's why I feel like it's better to just like start from scratch.
Sure.
And like,
So you're not emailing them an Illustrator file.
No.
of it.
Just faxing them a drawing.
right.
can't do it anyway. So
It's fascinating. I mean, handmade stuff. It's very.
Well, it's also like nostalgic, like the Guy Mariano type shoe right there.
Yeah.
It's like people see that and they freak out.
You did like the KCK.
Yeah, that's.
or
I mean,
the-
I wanted to do like shoes that were like important to me growing
Yeah.
up and like recreate them. Like that was it. It was like, oh, I skated in this shoe. I love this shoe, and that was it. It's like there's not a lot of like, oh, this is trending right now, and like we should do that. It was just
Yeah.
like
You just wanted to dig
and
one.
and a lot of these shoes weren't being redone. I was like, these are our classics, kind of like they're not being
Yeah.
redone. So I started, I just pick a shoe every like 6 months or something.
Oh, yeah?
and do it. But Yeah, and this is one based off of Guys.
Yeah.
Of the Mariano.
That's
more
amazing.
like a running silhouette, but
right.
Looks great, dude.
But yeah, and then like I'm excited because now we're gonna start to like soon. We're gonna implement like a new tier where it actually is like skatable and more like accessible for kids.
Oh,
like
yeah.
even if it's a couple shoes, it's like people can actually buy it, you know, because I love like having this elevated thing. Like I like product, I love it,
right?
But like my background is skate, and I like want people to skate them. So
yeah,
like, I definitely want to do that and make some that like kids can skate in.
Okay.
And, like it's hard to say no to stores, and like
sure.
you can't sell that in a skate shop. It's $600. So
yeah,
it'd be nice to like have
I think you can do
both.
it Supreme.
Yeah.
I mean,
It'd be nice to have both.
It's a beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks comfortable.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
Size 10.5. No, but how do you? So the others, the skatable shoes.
Mm-hmm.
How is that going to be? Is that also handmade, or is that going to kind of be at a different level?
It might be like it. What I'm trying to do is like keep the quality like very high, but then it'll be like a different process, like doing like vulcanized, but like really nice in Japan, and like it's still like quality, but it's affordable. Like kids can get into it and skate it, and
totally.
Yeah, so I feel good about that.
Right.
You know.
Like the other shoes that you guys make, very classic soles. I don't know. I'm not a shoe guy, so forgive me if I'm.
Yeah, like the leather
wrap.
Yeah, the wrapping and stuff. And this looks like a whole different process.
Yeah, this is different.
Like how does
this
that...
isn't as like crafted as those ones.
Okay.
This is like, I mean, it's still like hand stitched and everything,
Sure.
but it's put onto a sole. You know, it's made in Italy, so there's like a lot more attention to detail, but it's a different process.
Yeah.
You know, this is like a Vibram outsole, which is like a branded sole from Italy. Like, so it's a different process.
How long does one shoe take? Like a set
to
Average.
manufacture?
Yeah.
Like hours, you know, like maybe like 4 or 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours for one shoe.
One pair.
One pair.
Yeah.
Right. And then don't you guys bake them or something for like another?
not this kind.
Oh no,
that's just vulcanized.
But okay. It's interesting, man. The shoe world. I mean, I mean, Buscemi has his high end. You know, do you ever talk to Buscemi?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's great, man. He's great. But
he's a big help in the beginning.
He did it. Yeah.
I showed him what I was doing in the beginning. I was like, "What do you think?"
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's this network of like people like you have, and you can like, you know, it's like traveling for 20 years and like
all those friendships,
and relationships that you have, and all the distributors that like I'm dealing with are like old skate distributors, or like, you know, it's like,
I feel like anytime anywhere in the world, I mean, people just used to skate, you know, there's skaters everywhere.
I feel like skateboarding has done a lot for me, like maybe like on and off the board, but maybe more like off, just because
seriously,
just because like people like know you, and then they're like, oh yeah, I know, I used to skate, like like fuck with him, like let's do it with him instead, or you know, it's like it's kind of crazy.
I bet
you can't get away from it.
Yeah, and then and they're reciting the old Plan B rap, you know.
while sewing together the shoe.
Yeah. When does this drop? When does this shoe?
This one comes out in June, so there's like June. 3 colors and
3 colors.
Yeah, and this will come out in June.
Okay,
you need to send Guy a pair.
Yeah. How does it? So you limited runs.
Yeah.
You just because you said like one pair takes days, or I mean, sorry, hours. So to do a whole run of shoes, I mean, must be like you can't just like place another order.
That's why you can't really like do seasons like this. Like, you know, I actually, when I started, I had a showroom in Paris, and they showed in like Milan and Paris, and they were like, when's the next season coming? Where are the samples? And like, it kind of doesn't work like that. You kind of have to do it at your own pace if you want to do like nice stuff.
Yeah, man.
But then there's the other side, like, you know, if we do make them more accessible, like what we are, but it'll, you know, then it can be more seasonal. And like, get it into like the skate shops I wanted in, and like
Right.
a couple key retailer partners. And,
Yeah.
But mostly it's online, and it's like changing. Like people are buying shoes online, like
Yeah.
a lot more than, you know.
Everything online. It's nuts.
Does it
Like a
scare
couple of
you?
years ago, it was not as, you know, it was hard.
Sure.
You don't know a new brand, you don't know your size, like how
Right.
do you, yeah.
Are you like? Does it scare you like seeing like brands like Huff stop making skate shoes, like entering that skate shoe market? You know.
I mean, no, not really.
Yeah.
I feel like it's an opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, like, I think they're like an apparel brand, you know, like that's like their focus probably, and that's where they're killing it.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe like shoes was harder. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah. And they're not doing, high end.
Yeah,
Shoes.
I mean, I want to have like a point of difference, not your typical skate shoe. It won't be like, it won't
Yeah.
look like, it'll be different.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm excited for that.
I saw with Javier Nunez, he was modeling, I think, in some of your
Yeah,
shots.
yeah.
Is he skating in those too?
Yeah, he skated in those. So he did one of the lookbooks, Javier, and Curtis.
Yeah.
Buchanan.
Yeah, Buchanan shot it all, and I gave Havs a couple pairs that Curtis was like, he loves them. He's like skating in them.
Yeah.
I was like, that's amazing. Because he always used to skate in like Tim's, or
Yeah.
like he was like skating in everything.
Totally.
I thought that was fresh.
So where are you going to take this thing, bro? I mean, you're just doing it, like you said, it's kind of a passion project,
Yeah.
but I can see you up there I can see you surpassing Buscemi. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's I wish I could talk more about it, but there's a couple big things happening
Oh,
for the
really?
brand with like bigger companies, and
Wow.
and if that goes on, then it'll be a lot more exposure.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
Okay.
You know? I
Any
think
of-
it's just been like building the brand for the last like couple of years. It's like there has to be something there, It's
Yeah.
like
Sure.
Yeah,
like
foundation.
there's brands that pop off overnight, and
Yeah.
that happens, but I'm from more of like, shit takes time. Like you need to pay your dues and like get there.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And you'll be around for longer too. Some of these brands that pop
hopefully.
off, they're done
Right.
pretty
Flash in the pan.
quickly. Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes that's the way it goes.
Right.
Go up too fast, and
Yeah. The
You're
slow
done.
roll, patience.
yeah, like everyone, they always like, I've been doing this brand for a year. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I mean, you
you're still a
reference, like,
baby.
Supreme, like 25 years they've been doing that.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So like that, like takes patience, it takes
Fuck,
time.
yeah,
It's
man.
like,
Paid off for them.
yeah.
Yeah. How long you been doing Rone? Because like you said, you were doing the alife thing,
Yeah.
and then you met that
I think
dude.
it's like 3 years now.
3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still a toddler.
Yeah.
Like you were, like we're talking about the time and the patience.
Yeah.
You know.
And I need to focus on this.
Yeah.
I'm busy. Like I do other things and other projects, but I feel like now is a good time for this.
Yeah,
and, like do
man.
the skate stuff and like
Yeah.
tie it all into like our heritage. And
Sure. Any other shoes you got your eyes on, man? Any other?
there's so
old-
much to pull from
Yeah,
in
there
skating.
is.
That's the thing.
There
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
And if you do it a different way, there's so much like,
yeah.
like everyone's on the 90s right now, but like
Mhm.
the 80s, like there's so much stuff. There's like, and like I feel like a lot of stuff that people aren't doing.
What's funny, what Skechers would always take with skateboarding shoes and kind of alter them a little bit and
Right.
sell them. It's like good to see a skateboarder take skate silhouettes and make it into something beautiful.
Yeah.
Other
Yeah.
than, you know what I mean? Other than ripping off skaters, it's
Like
like
it looks.
Yeah, it's awesome to see this.
And I feel like
know?
you can do it in a certain way where like, like luxury brands they're doing skate shoes now.
Yeah.
Like, a few years ago, no, but now they're doing these skate inspired shoes, and that's cool. But like, are they going to be doing it in 2 years, or is it authentic?
Yeah. Why are they even doing it?
Like, I mean, it's cool, but I don't know. I feel like you have to do it in a certain way, like pay homage to this. Like like I'm saying I'm ripping this off. I'm making it nicer. It's
Right.
not like
Totally.
this is my design. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
yeah. No,
Like
yeah.
it is my design, but it's everything is like a reinterpretation of
Right,
something else.
right.
And,
Oh, totally.
Like you've tweaked it in your
and I
own.
think there's a way to like say that,
Sure.
and like tell that story.
Right. Right.
Where like fashion is just like in out, like we're gonna use this, we're gonna recreate and it's not authentic.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah. That you looking for people to sponsor for the new line?
Yeah.
You know? How much are you trying to get to a certain like price point with the skatable ones?
Yeah, it'll be
Still like
accessible. It'll be
$100, something like
Yeah,
that.
it'll
Yeah.
be
I mean,
like
even skate
cheap.
shoes now are like $60-$80.
Yeah,
you
it'll
know?
be in that zone.
range.
And I want it to be even like cheaper.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like for like a good price for a good quality product. Like
Yeah.
that's what I
Yeah.
want. And then you can have your stuff up here, like do something at Dover Street, but then it's in the other stuff. It's like in skate shops.
Sure.
And it's like, I mean, it'll still mostly be online. I'm sure. That's the goal.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, so
Well, it's great.
I want
bro.
it to be. I want kids to be able to skate in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
I think that's just being a skater and making
Yeah.
these shoes. Like
Yeah.
you
And,
just
like,
want.
Yeah, and I also feel like I'm doing this like out of the industry, like give back to some, like
Totally.
give,
Yeah.
sponsor kids, like give
Yeah.
back a little more. It's hard to like give a $600 pair of shoes away.
Yeah.
Hard to promo.
Yeah.
Hard to promo.
It is.
I bet you when you posted those, I bet so many people are hitting you up like, what is up with those? That's amazing.
I get a lot of like, I need these. I want these. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I want.
you
But like,
can
you
buy
want to hook
them.
up your homies, but yeah, you want to
Everyone pays.
Yeah.
but-
Everyone pays.
yeah.
But especially when I'm doing it myself, and it's like, it's hard to do that. Like, you can't have like, just give a bunch of stuff away.
It's not like you're
So
making.
it takes longer to build. That's what I, like.
It's not like you're making a sweatshirt for $12. And
Yeah.
You can give it to somebody. You know,
Is
these are
that
fucking.
your,
These
is that
are
your cost on
pieces
the sweat?
Well, give or take. Bro,
Get you cheaper.
No, depends what kind of blank we use. But no, hey, congrats though. This is great, man.
Thank
This
you.
is I love what other colors in this? White? Are we
Yeah,
looking at?
white,
Or is it-
black,
yeah.
and gray.
White,
I was
black, and
gonna
gray.
bring them, but
Oh yeah,
But,
not ready yet.
no, I just didn't know how much you wanted, like a whole table.
Oh, we
of-
wanted.
Oh yeah, we could have decked the whole place out, dude.
Right.
More shoes. I have more shoes.
Oh, you got some other.
I brought shoes for you too.
Oh, thank you, bro. What do we got here, man? This is
This is the new
Oh.
95
KCK?
That KCK.
Oh wow, dude.
Oh,
Like
that's
a, kind of an updated version of that.
damn.
Holy.
Look at those, bro.
It's beautiful.
That
Is
is
this
a
it?
great looking shoe, dude. Oh shit, he's got a whole.
Damn, look at those.
Ooh,
brought these
they
for
each have
you.
their own little bag.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh wow.
Oh, look at
There
Those
you
are the
go.
original ones, like with the hand stitched. Like
Oh, these are from. These
those
are for me.
you. Those are for you. Yeah.
Thank. Wow.
Look at that.
Damn, dude. That's
I don't think I've ever
tight.
owned a $500 pair of shoes. bro.
Just gonna wear them around the house.
I know.
Skate 'em.
Jesus Christ, man.
Maybe just skate them.
Should I?
Probably not the
Yeah,
best.
yeah.
No.
It's like a little
Don't
slippery.
skate
We'll leave
those.
that to Javier, man. This is what's a good year? That's not the tire. is
No,
it?
it's basically like the way it's hand stitched around the sole. So like a
Oh, it's
Goodyear
a-
welt is like how they hand stitch boots. Like they'll stitch the upper onto the midsole with like stitching all around. You know, when you see the stitching all around. But what he does is he does that underneath that and then wraps it
Wraps
with
it over.
wraps the thing
So
around
it's
it.
a style.
Yeah, it's a
of
style. It's a
made
construction style of the construction.
Damn, dude.
I'm gonna put these on right now. I just need to know.
Good,
I need to
dude.
know how $500. Oh,
Good.
man! Hold on, I gotta tie it. Gotta get the whole five, man. Ooh, let me.
Oh, those look
I'm
good,
not
Chris.
saying this because you're sitting here, but these are fucking.
Those will
comfortable.
they'll just feel better as you
over
wear
time.
them.
Break the
Over
leather.
time, because it's like there's a natural cork like midsole, and that molds to your foot, and that leather will just get like softer. So the more you wear them, they last a long time. They're cool.
Do you have any like recommendations on how to clean these shoes?
You just like water and like a cloth, wet cloth. That's it.
Oh,
Don't
really?
put anything else on leather
Okay.
ever.
No.
Like sprays and cleaning shit. I would not
Doesn't work.
suggest it. Not on like nice material.
Man, thank
the
you,
Windex
bro.
out.
But yeah, that was like, that was a shoe I thought was important, and like
This is a great. I mean,
no one's
Definitely.
doing,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of those shoes in our
Yeah.
history like that.
there's so many
And brands have come and gone, and they're like not doing them anymore. Or like,
Can I suggest the Audio Hamilton? That's,
I knew that was
When
coming.
was that?
Jeez.
I knew that was
Dude,
coming.
don't do that, please.
What'd you, Kelly?
Yeah.
Was that yours?
No, I just it was my. I
That was your
That was
shoe.
my shoe. I love
don't
that
remember.
shoe. Audio
Really?
Hamilton. Very simple, very basic. You know, one of Audio's more basic shoes.
Yeah.
But I'm just kidding. Don't do that. It's not. I don't know if that would be.
I think
good.
you look good in those ones, Chris.
You know what? I'm a fan of white shoes.
Yeah.
I really am. You know.
Damn, that's crazy,
Look at
Chris.
you.
Seeing Chris in those $500 shoes.
Ooh, boy. Huh?
I brought you guys some hats as well.
Oh, did-
for these.
oh,
sorry, I
dude.
don't have shoes.
Oh,
Thank
dude, thank
good.
you. That's
Yeah.
so rad. Thank you,
I'll wrap
man.
the shit out of this.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to do with myself. I want to go outside and like show people what I'm wearing. You know.
When you go on your boosted board, you can cruise
There you
around
go.
with the $500
There you go.
shoes.
I'm just gonna go for a walk around the marina in these things, man. See if people fucking stop me. It is crazy though, because these types of shoes are not affordable for everybody.
Right.
You know, like I don't think I would actually, you know, a Buscemi or this or that. Like I'm just not a clothing guy or
Right.
a shoe guy. But there are people. I mean, I think it's a big market. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
just
for
look
sure.
at what Buscemi's done. It's fucking incredible.
I mean, you know, males are buying more sneakers than women's handbags nowadays.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's
Like, so it's like people are spending that kind of money
Okay.
on like sneakers and like luxury shoes for sure. That's why every luxury house has like sneakers now.
Yeah.
big,
you know.
yeah, big men's
It's all
division.
that's like the growth of sneakers
Crazy.
and like skate looking sneakers. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
now it's like a trend, but
These fit perfectly, man. I'm snug as a bug in a rug, man.
It fits your style too, though. You know,
This is totally
Yeah.
my steez.
Yeah.
Totally my steez.
Simple.
You know what? I could rock the.
nah, I can't see you in those.
You can't see me in those. No. Bro, no,
These ones?
Yeah. You
Yeah?
couldn't see. Yeah. I don't know. No.
No,
Couldn't see it.
I couldn't see it either.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Go for a
simple-
I can see Kelly in those.
simple-
Sure.
I'm very simple. I'm very simple, dude.
Yeah, all
But
whites.
it's yeah. Do you have like a bestseller or something? Do you have ones that just popped?
Those
like that-
ones.
These ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the
I could
best.
imagine.
It brought it back too, like the same. Yeah, the white and black, just basic.
Yeah.
Basic.
Do you have some apparel as well, or is it mostly?
No, but we're gonna be doing that.
nice.
Gonna be doing that with like that new tier. Like,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do like nice sweatsuits and like
Yeah.
made in Canada and like
Mhm.
a little more like, you know, accessible.
Yeah.
But yeah, it needs like that to go like kind of like with the story and
Mhm.
yeah, a little more. But for now, it's just been shoes.
You still skating, bro? Maybe you roll around on the board at all?
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yeah?
When I can.
Ambleside, go there.
Yeah, I actually like skate more when I'm away. Like I'll go on these trips and I'll skate when I'm there, just
Right.
because I'm busy.
Yeah.
Kids, like, you know. But
But
I'll
you got-
skate more in China. I'll go to Italy. I'll skate more there.
Okay.
I'll get like a couple days where I get to skate. Like,
Sure.
So that's
It's
like,
easier when you go out of the
totally,
country.
Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like us back in the day. Like,
Yeah.
it's you get more shit done when you're away.
Right.
It seems like anyway.
when you're
True.
in your home base, you're just so comfortable, and then you
Yeah.
go out into
Yeah.
the world, and it's easier.
yeah, I'm trying to like stay moving and
Yeah.
like I've always skated.
Yeah.
If I stop, I'm done. Like I won't be able, you know, I
gonna
feel
pile
like
out.
I just feel like it'll be gone. Like if you quit for like a while and try
Right.
and
Yeah.
No,
No
feels
video
like-
parts though. We can't. No.
yeah, not
Maybe,
not this
Coming soon.
Yeah.
maybe.
I bet if you
Maybe
put
something.
I put some clips out of you skating the shoes, it would go viral.
There you go.
Just because
Yeah.
those $500 shoes, get a backside flip, fakie manual, half cab out, dude.
Oh,
Yes.
Every time I see that trick, I think of backside 180, fakie 50, 180, and backside flip, fakie 50, or backside flip, fakie manual. I'm like, that's a Tony Ferguson.
Yeah.
backside flip. fake
Yeah,
flip.
or I always think of backside 180, fakie manual too.
yeah.
You were that?
I've only got a couple tricks. I, got,
No, but
I just keep doing the same thing.
but everybody's got their go-tos. I
Yeah.
mean, Reynolds got his front
Yeah,
side
no, it's
flip.
kind of like
Everybody's got
yeah.
their shit.
Superpower.
Superpower. That's what
That's
Reynolds kind of said. It
Yeah,
was
like
like
Huff has the ollie. Like it's like these are their signature moves.
yeah, but it's like Huff can do other
Smart.
shit.
It's
but,
smart actually.
Yeah,
It's like,
definitely.
Yeah.
Like that's my signature trick.
Right.
It's
right.
like more like marketing.
Neen's got the heel flip.
Yeah.
You know, Neen can
Yeah.
do other shit, but people want to
Yeah.
see that heel flip.
Yeah.
Yep. Wait, you guys. Well, other than I'm sorry. Yeah, right. But you guys, we didn't talk much about like the chocolate tour. That was like Chris's introduction, kind of.
Well, it was my introduction. I wasn't a part of the whole skits and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I had footage in Daniel Castillo's part.
Yeah, yeah.
But you played a damn good cop.
Thanks.
Damn good. I think you could be in if
Yeah.
the shoe thing does acting could be.
Hit up Spike.
Yeah.
I had a good director.
Was that hard to do?
Nah,
Putting
it was,
on now.
Nah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember like I think like no one wanted to do it. It's
Not really?
basically like you want to do it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. And like Spike's like telling you what like
Kind of what to say.
yeah,
and
this is
shit.
like, what you need to say and yeah, it was fun. It was like it was a good like it was funny. We were in costume like I think we were way out in like Palm Desert or something like full car like I was like in a highway patrol like like outfit
Yeah.
out there and like cars would pull up and they'd be all shook and I'd be like yeah stop like stopping cars
No.
like, what do you guys got and like everyone's dying laughing I was like dude like and then I was like can I get in trouble for
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
Like,
seriously,
I'm like-
impersonating a cop.
you're like out here like yeah it's funny and because everything with Spike was just like guerrilla style like we're gonna go shoot it and
Sure.
and get it done and
You forget. You're like, dude, this guy's a fucking Hollywood director, dude.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, he was on his way then.
Yeah,
on his
he
way
was on
then.
his way
When
then,
we were
yeah.
doing stuff for like even Hot Chocolate Tour,
Yeah.
it was like
yeah
we're lighting shit on fire and fireboards, and we're just like, dude, this guy feels
Yeah.
safe
Yeah.
with them.
What's funny is like even going way back to like the Ottawa days.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't talk about this, but it's kind of like it's a weird thing. Like I was skating as a kid, and I was like sponsored by the shop, and they were like, "Yeah, let's Transworld. We can have a photographer here tomorrow. You guys show up and go skate with them." And I showed up, and we went and skated. Like showed up, and it was Spike.
Spike
who was,
Jones.
who was a photographer for Transworld. Yeah,
You didn't even know back then.
I
though.
didn't.
You
really
didn't know who.
I was like, that's a fucking photographer. This guy's like a little kid. Like- and then it was him and Kevin Wilkins, and so we went and skated with them all day, and
Okay.
that was my first photo ever in a magazine
First photo.
from Spike.
That's crazy.
What was the trick?
It was like a backside lip slide on a curb,
Back lip on.
but
a
he shot it.
curve.
It was like it's like crazy photo. Even to this day, I'm like, whoa, that's a crazy photo.
like on a red curb or what
Like
kind of
like
a, like
double-sided curb.
Double.
Like
Oh, sick.
yeah, that was my first photo ever.
Gotta look that up somehow.
I know.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Also, too, you did a in the 4-on-1. You and Rick were dressed up as I forget the whole. It was like a
Oh,
business scenario or something.
Oh, yeah. No, that was it was like the intro to Costin's part.
Yeah.
The intro to
Yeah.
Costin's
Yeah.
part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Casting
that
agent,
was
something like
funny.
that.
That was funny.
Was it? Yeah.
Russ's casting agency.
Ru-
Rick went and got like red wigs and like red matching leather jackets.
Yeah.
And like just fucking around that girl.
Oh,
like I was
God.
dying. Rick was so funny. I couldn't like keep my composure. Like we were like had like a 10-speed bike like in the middle of the freeway. Like went down to Ralph's and we're interviewing people.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. I was like laughing the whole time. I couldn't even. It was amazing.
Dude, Rick is hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
We want him
seriously.
on the show. I don't think he wants to
He
do
won't
it.
do it.
He won't do it.
He sat down for a little bit.
Yeah,
At the Lakai premiere.
Yeah, you gotta
Right,
get him
right.
on.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing. He doesn't like to do shit like
I don't
this,
think
though.
he likes to be like in the limelight.
No,
like, in the-
no.
Did he ever do like a Krail couch or anything?
Never.
Bear? No,
Never.
right?
Never.
No.
Dude, people request him a lot
Yeah.
to come on the show.
Yeah.
And
Rick, come on.
yeah, Rick, come on, dude.
We could talk about Russ's casting and all kinds of shit.
Side project.
Yeah. Damn,
was fun.
dude. What about the old World Park days and stuff like that? I know you were like with Rick a bunch
Mm-hmm.
back then and stuff, but you weren't were you living down here at that point, or were you still in Vancouver?
I think I was just staying with Rick
Just
and
stay-
living in
okay.
Vancouver.
Right.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
I think at the time we were filming for Plan B. So
Oh, yeah.
like the World Park was going on.
Right.
I think I had a couple clips from the park in the video, but it was around that time.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't spend like a ton of time at that World Park.
You weren't crawling through the roof to go to the warehouse
wasn't,
and stealing shit.
I think I was around for a couple of those, like just seeing people like taking shit and, you know, like, whoa.
Daniel Castillo going through the fucking ceiling and shit, like.
Oh, to the product room?
Yeah, the product room.
Oh, yeah.
So no bunk beds. No,
I didn't stay in the bunk beds.
No. You and Rick were more civilized.
Yeah, I was
had a place to stay. And
staying
shit.
uptown.
Yeah. But I mean, those were great times, though, man.
Yeah,
you look back
amazing
at that
times.
shit, and you're just like, dude, the shit that they were doing back then. Fucking Guy Mariano, fucking fakey hard flip on the thing, like it's
I
crazy.
just saw that. Yeah, like no one can do that like that today.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Bro,
30,
it's 45 years ago.
56 years
Yeah.
ago.
But you look at the clip and you're like, dude, that was like,
Dude,
it could be yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like so
insane.
fucking
A lot of that
impressive,
stuff, and even with, yeah, I mean that's a whole other thing. But like Guy and like even Eric and Guy and like they would film, they would like do stuff that was never filmed.
dude. Yeah,
And
I bet.
it's like legendary stuff that was never filmed.
Yeah.
And if you're around, you saw it. If not, like, don't feel like filming it again. Like, you know, it's just like,
right.
it was almost like, yeah, like with Gino and Keenan, like it was cool, like not to skate that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They would like purposely almost like not skate for a long time. And what was cool to like be able to hop on your board and like do shit right away. That was like a talent.
Yeah.
Like, I think they like really tried to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like almost like,
And that made them more like mysterious and more like you wanted to see what
Yeah.
they had. Like they came
and
out with
Guy
something.
obviously was that you know, not skate for like a long time and then just step on it.
Oh, when
and
he came back,
just like natural ability.
Seriously.
It's crazy.
yeah.
Were you in the when you switch shove crooked grind the rail? Were you there in the background?
In the credits?
The Vancouver. Oh no, in the credits. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
there when he switched. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
And that was
there
in
for
the
that.
credits.
That was, and Tim 50-50'd it, and then he switched. That was in the credits. We were all. It was like in the valley somewhere. We were all like hanging out, and like how amazing. Like it's just like it's hard to, when you see it now, someone to be like, oh, that's cool, but like you don't know how ahead it is at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was like light years ahead.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
psycho.
So
You guys were just there
Yeah.
chilling, like you're just watching
Yeah, it
some
was
amazing
like-
shit.
And Tim
happen.
was like, I
Fabian
50-50
and
did
Joey and
before.
all
Did
these
you?
guys.
Like you just like Guy just totally fucking one upped him.
I mean, there
upped
was
him.
lots of stuff like that just never even got. I feel like
Right.
Wait,
Didn't
did we
get
ask this
documented.
already with Mesa? But like, why wasn't that in his part?
It's on a little rail. He's probably like, it's a little tiny rail. Like,
Yeah, dude, I don't know, dude. Just
I think it's
whatever,
because the
bro.
word got out there,
Yeah, I heard
and
that
everyone
too.
was expecting it to be in his part.
Man, what a fucking talented group of people, man.
Great times.
I mean, I'm even blessed to just be a part of
Yeah.
that legacy and shit. You know, it's
I
fucking
feel like
gnarly,
back
bro.
then we didn't really. I mean, I didn't like. We were like influenced by like all our team. Like like we weren't looking outside.
Yeah.
We weren't really looking at magazines at that time.
Right.
It was like just like, what did Guy do? What did Eric do? What did Carol do? What did It's like you're like influenced by that,
right.
and you're in a bubble. Like
Yeah.
you're in your own world.
Like you kind of know what's going on out there, but you're
Little
not
bit,
really
but-
focused.
Yeah.
You're just, let's go skate with our buddies who are like the best in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
It was like interesting time. Like
Who was the most impressive? Like Guy or like Eric or something? I know they're both different, but still like,
I mean, both in their own
Yeah.
way. I think.
right.
Wasn't I
I
heard?
think guys like I don't want to say like I don't know, maybe more natural ability, and Eric's just I don't know. They're I guess who's
hard to
you
say,
can't say
yeah.
who's the best of anything.
Right.
But
those dudes
wasn't Guy kind of going off on his own in like the Mouse days to film on his own, kind of? Like, were you around for a lot of his stuff, or?
I mean, he would go with I
Tim?
think how he got that video done. He was like didn't want to be around everyone skating. I don't know why. He's just like I could go do this, and
Right.
So he had Tim Dowling,
Yeah.
and those two would partner up and just go do their stuff.
Yeah.
and we didn't really know what he was like doing. He wasn't like checking in with his footage every week. It was just like he was just accumulating this like insane part.
Yeah, I think even Tim was saying that they would just go off and
Yeah.
just felt like Guy had like, hey, I want to be here. I want to do this at this point in time, like right in the morning.
He definitely
or
knew
whatever.
what he wanted to
Yeah.
do.
Right.
It wasn't like I'm gonna go out and skate and see what I get, which that's what I do.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I think that's what happens. Most people do.
I think
that,
he was like, I'm gonna switch pop shove the tail. You know, it was like crazy shit.
Yeah, he knew.
He knew.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even just the style of everyone, like, you know, it rubs off on you, like how Guy skates or how Keenan did this or Gino put, like it all, like man. You're influenced by all that.
Oh yeah.
Which is like, yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
was hugely influenced by all that stuff. I mean, I go back now and watch a video and I'm like, that's what makes me, that's what gives me the feeling.
Gives you that feeling.
You know, for sure. It's crazy.
It's funny because all the tricks they were landing back then, it was like their first time, or it's like your first time doing it as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's so robotic now. These kids do the same trick over and over, and then film it on a spot. Mm-hmm. It looked like you guys, those
they were like learning it on camera.
Learning it right there on camera.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely how Plan B was.
Yeah.
Sure. We're learning tricks on camera. Never been done. Like, have to do this.
Yeah.
That's why some of it's like, on my part anyway, it's like you're just doing it for it's the first time you've ever landed it.
Right.
And then you're off. You're done.
Yeah.
Never do it again.
You're, right. You're not going to the skate park practicing it and then going to fucking go film it.
Not
or
breaking out
something.
during the demo.
Yeah.
I saw a trick you did. Was it switch tray flip tail slide?
Yeah, like that one.
I was like, dude, what the
that one's never been done again.
There are those tricks though. Yeah, you just like, I'm never trying that ever again.
Yeah.
It was just trying to, like, I think those guys were pushing it so much, like Unquestionable, like they, like Rick and my, like that was where this first switch tray flips, first kick flip burials, like those were like the first time they were ever being, you know?
Yeah.
And you can just tell by the way they move. Like, it's so much organic, like, style, you know?
Yeah.
They're like, it just looks more fun to watch.
Yeah, man.
It looks like they're literally just skating when now all the kids are just like repetitive. All right, I got a trick. It's like still cool to watch, but you know what I mean? It's just different to watch someone back then than it is now.
I mean, I think, like you said, it's like those videos have like this they create this feeling and like, and yeah, there's a lot put into them. Yeah. They're like, you know, the filming for years and the soundtracks and like.
Dude, soundtracks.
Yeah.
That was key.
Nowadays you can't even do some of those soundtracks.
Yeah.
I know, and
you can't even do a lot of shit now.
Right. And that's huge. I mean, God, it's sad that you can't, you know?
Yeah.
Because songs are so.
Yeah.
They make that feeling as well with the skating. You know? I don't know. I'm going to cry, man. I just love that shit.
Chris, did you ever choose any of your songs?
No.
It was done. It was already.
By the time I got around, it was like, these dudes have it. You know? Like, I don't need to worry about shit.
Yeah.
You know, Ty's fucking.
You're
what am I
not
going
in
to
there,
tell
like-
Ty? Like, I want this song. You know?
Yeah.
Even the Transworld video, no. I gave them a song and they were like, oh, that's cool, but I think we'll use this.
Yeah.
You know?
They had it.
Down. Like they had it down for sure. Well, dude, I mean, listen, bro, I'm stoked you came through, dude, and like showed us this new shit, the new Rone stuff.
Oh, thanks.
And man, I just wish you the best of success with this, man. And you know, let us know when you have the skate shoes.
Yeah.
Collabo.
Oh,
yeah, man.
We talk about it so much on the show, but
how many of those ever?
No, none of them. No collabos have ever happened.
Just one.
You know?
Just one.
Which one?
The S.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there you go with S.
Yeah. But that's done. You know,
Yeah.
we want to do the Rone. You know, we'll get it out there, bro.
My people will send you something over, and we'll have a look at it.
We'll go Lux.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I'd love to, you know, do something, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, finally do something. But listen, can we give you some 9 Club stuff to go to take
please.
home?
Yeah.
A mug, you a coffee guy?
Yeah,
Drink coffee?
yeah.
Kelly, we go grab Tony
What
some
size t-shirt?
Large?
Large. Yeah.
video parts. Let's get a new Tony.
Maybe working on something.
Yeah,
Can't talk
let's
about
do
it.
Oh no, not yet.
Just get some food in Guangzhou.
Let's go. We're
That's what I'm
meeting
saying,
them
bro.
in China next week.
That's right. That's right.
Guangzhou.
Let's I mean, like you said, you're out there skating. You ever film clips and shit?
Yeah, I filmed little things here and there for fun.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I've been trying to skate. It'd be cool to put something out.
Yeah,
But
it would.
yeah, I just need time. It's time. It's like that's the
You
busy
make
doing
time.
everything else. You make time. I know.
Yeah, and you got kids. You said you got
Yeah, 2 kids.
2 kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Boy, girl.
2 boys.
Two boys.
and it's busy.
Do they skate?
Yeah. Well, Anthony My first son, he's 7 and he skates now.
Oh, really?
He skates. He break dances. He's like a little b-boy.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Is he? Do you ever go to the parks with them?
Yeah, I
and
go
take
all
them
the
around?
time. Yeah.
Dope. Yeah.
My other son's just a year and a half, so no. But
Do you ever pop in the old videos and say, look at your dad?
no, he
There's
knows too much.
Oh, does
he's
he?
like, you're a pro skater. Like, jump over the fire hydrant. Like,
Oh,
yeah, he's. Yeah,
You're like, no, in
he's
this
like
body.
like crazy double sets. Like, do that, and then we'll go skate. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, bro. That's amazing, though, dude. How old is your other one?
Just a year and a half.
A year and a half.
So he's young. He's new.
New human.
New one.
What's his name?
Luca.
Luca. Man,
Luca and
congratulations, bro.
Thanks.
Maybe a third?
That's awesome. No.
No.
Negative.
Everybody always says that. They're 2, 3. I think I'm done.
I think we're done.
Here's Mark Appleyard drew this
Oh,
for
sick.
us. Is
Awesome.
good.
Thank you.
He's a great artist.
Yep.
Fellow
As you
Canadian.
can
of
see.
it,
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Where did Appleyard grow up? Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Switch flip manual mug.
Is that
this
you?
Was, yeah, man. This was the Yeah Right video. We shared the.
Yeah.
We were both.
That
in
was
the-
not Yeah Right, dude. That was a chocolate tour. Hot chocolate tour.
Oh,
Wrong video.
my
Wrong
bad,
company.
My
but
bad.
it's
I
all
get him
good.
confused.
Have
I've
you
done so
been
many-
back to the courthouse lately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even ollie up that thing anymore. It's fucking massive, bro. And a large shirt and a large long sleeve
Awesome.
tee for
Thank you.
if it gets cold up there in Vancouver.
Yeah, man.
You know? Listen, again, like I said, dude, much success
Thank you.
for everything, dude. And the shoes look
You
great.
too.
They
Thank
look
you.
You guys
fantastic.
are off to
Thank you, bro.
huge things. I know it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Come back when you have the
Okay.
the skate line
Yeah,
and
we'll do
stuff,
it. Yeah.
and you know, and thank
Skate
you
team.
again for these, man. These are so.
You're welcome.
It's like I'm sitting here with pillows under my feet. You know, it's like, man, they are. That bunion's
You
already.
look elegant.
Bunion's already gone.
Yeah, elegant and comfortable, man. You know?
I feel
Next
great.
week he's gonna show up in a suit with those on.
I
Like,
feel great, bro.
Yeah, dude.
No, thank you so much, Tony.
No problem.
Hey.
Thanks, man.
Pleasure
Pleasure.
as always.
Thanks.
Yeah, Tony.
Any last words before we go? Any
No. I
words of life advice or
No.
you know?
I mean, just do you. You know, it was ever. I guess these things are like. I think they're cool because maybe it gives kids like inspiration, like how this guy got hooked up, or how he made it, or how he maybe like made it out of skating, and
Mhm.
like so. I don't know.
But still involved with skating.
Yeah, so I
too,
think I think they're important.
Yeah.
Like it's cool.
Yeah.
To do it, and if it inspires like one kid, and yeah,
Totally.
that's it.
Yeah.
We won.
I think there's a lot more. I mean, you could always be involved with skating, but there's so much more out there to do. You know, be creative and the shoes.
Yeah,
And
and skateboarding's not. It doesn't have to be in like this little like space.
Yes.
Like skateboarding was supposed to be like, it was all over the place. It was just creative.
Yeah.
You know, in the
Yeah.
'80s, and it doesn't need to be like, oh, you're in this box.
right.
Like
Right.
like Rone is still a skate brand.
Yeah.
$600. It's still a skate brand.
Yeah.
It's rooted in skateboarding.
Mhm.
There you go.
People are doing totally different brands that like don't look like skate brands. I don't know. It's a cool time.
Yeah, that's why it's rad. I mean, like when we had Buscemi on the show, it's like,
Yeah.
dude, he worked at DC,
Yeah.
designed some of the most iconic skate shoes.
Yeah.
You know, fucking now he's selling the same shit.
Yeah.
In the same.
Yeah. I think we're all like, you know, that's where we're all rooted there.
Yeah.
You know, and like
Yeah.
even the entrepreneurial like comes from, you're a skater, you're like your own boss. You're
Yeah.
like your own person. Like you have to figure it out. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of those, like, I don't know, a lot of our friends that have made it and done really well, it's like, it's just all skateboarding, you know?
Totally. And I think also a lot of people, like, they want to stay in skateboarding, but it just goes to show you don't have to, you know, work at the warehouse or be a team manager or, you know,
Yeah.
Start a luxury footwear brand.
yeah. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, but there's so
Right.
much more you could do
Yeah.
with that skating, you know.
And even
Roots.
more nowadays, I think.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
I feel great in these shoes, bro. Seriously, I feel amazing. Kelly, anything else? I know you're a shoe guy. I know if there's any
Just
last.
keep doing what you're doing, man. You know what
you.
you're doing. This
Thanks.
like you get us stoked. Like it's crazy when you make a shoe like that. It brings so much. memories back that gets us all happy. So
That's cool.
thank you for doing that.
I mean, that's, yeah.
And for all the years of skateboarding, geez, you know, like me growing up watching it made me, you skated a spot by my house. I always tripped out that you skated it. In Chocolate Tour, you had to kick with front nose to fakie off like a ledge off a 3-stair. It was like a kind of a tall Costin had heel with front nose on it. And
Okay, yeah.
That's literally up the street from my house.
Really?
I was like, Tony Ferguson was up the street from my house.